Good morning, students. Today we start the continuation part of the concept of function. In your last video, we will discuss about the function definition and how many types of function, why we need function, etc. And also seen the example of function. Okay, so this is your second video where we discussed about function. So first before we should go to the next part of function, we have to look out about some points to note regarding function in C. What is the points? First is the main function in C is also a function. Okay. Each C program must have at least one function which is main. Okay. So without main function, a program is not complete. Third point is there is no limit on number of functions. A C program can have any number of functions. And the fourth point is a function can call itself, and it is known as recursion. A function can call itself and it is known as recursion. We will discuss the details about recursion later. Okay. So we are calling the function, that means user defined function, in the main function. So depends upon that we divide the function into two methods. What is that two methods? First is function call by value method. Okay, and the second is function call by reference method. What is call by value method? In the call by value method, the actual arguments are copied to the formal arguments. Okay. Hence, any operation performed by function on arguments does not affect the actual parameter. So this is the call by value method. That means actual arguments are copied to the formal arguments. Okay. And what is call by reference method? In this method, address of actual arguments or parameters is passed to the formal parameters, which means any operation performed on formal, which means parameters affect the value of actual parameters. So in call by reference method, address of actual parameters or parameters is provided to the formal parameters, which means any operation performed on formal parameters affect the value of actual parameters. Okay. So let's make it clear the call by value method and call by reference method. First, function call by value in C programming. When we pass the actual parameter while calling a function, then this is known as function call by value. In this case, the values of actual parameters are copied to the formal parameters. Thus, operation performed on formal parameters does not reflect the actual parameters. So, in this method, actual parameters, the parameters that appears in function call, that is the actual parameters, are formal parameters, the parameters that appears in function declaration. Okay, so let's take an example to clear about the function call by value method. Calling a function by value means we pass the value of arguments which are stored or copied into the formal parameters of the function. Hence, the original values are unchanged, only the parameter inside the function changes. First example, as usual, we start with has include str.h. Then we declare the function with the definition. What is the user defined function? Int increment. Within the bracket, int var. Var is the argument. Next, the function defines var equal to var plus 1 and return the var, the variable var. Next, without main function, we can complete the program. So, int main start. Int num1 equal to 20. Int num2 equal to increment num of num1. Here, function is called. That means the user defined function is called. Now we are print the two variables, that is num1 and num2. First printf, so the num1 value is equal to %d quotation complete, and then after comma give num1. Printf, next printf, so the value of num2. So within quotation num2 value is equal to %d quotation complete after comma num2, and its return 0. So in output we can see the value num1 is 20, num2 is 21. Okay, as the user defined function increment the value. Okay, and that's why in the main function we are getting the incremented result. So in this above example, we can see we pass the variable num1 while calling the method. But since we are calling the function using call by value method, only the value of num1 is copied to the formal parameter var. Thus, change made to the var doesn't reflect the num1. Okay. Next, see another example of this method. Has include str.h void calc. Within bracket, we have written the argument int x. Now, it is the user defined function declaration only. Okay, later we define it. Int main start int x equal to 10, calc of x. Okay, this calc of x is the print the value of x. Okay, so we are using printf here. Value of x is in main is equal to %d, quotation complete, after comma write the x, okay, and it return 0. Now define the user defined function void calc int x, and now start the definition x equal to x plus 10. Here we are changing the value of x. So within printf we are displaying the value of x. Value of x in calc function is equal to %d, quotation complete, after comma x. So in main function, as we call the user defined function first, then display the value of x, so we are getting the result in output is as like value of x in calc function is 20, value of x in main is 10. Okay, let's take the example of another way. Has include str.h int calc within first bracket int x as argument. Next, here calc is the declaration part only. Next, start the main function. Int main start int x equal to 10, x equal to calc of x. Sorry. Printf value of x equal to %d within quotation after comma give x, return 0. Now definition of the user defined function int calc within first bracket int x, x equal to x plus 10 and return x. So output would be x, value of x is 20. Okay, so it is the method by calling function using the value, or this is all about the function call by value. Okay.